So do I like The Rock? I respect The Rock. I loved him as a wrestler in WWE, but I do not think he's worth $20 million a picture. He just does not generate the box office. He's got, what, 100 million Twitter followers, 50 million Instagram followers. You do the math on that, this movie should make more than the 60 million is projected to make opening weekend if all of his fans are going. I mean, just do the math, guys. 50 million times $13 a movie ticket equals over 100 million easily. It should not be struggling to get to 100 if all his fans are going. I think a whole lot of people just click yes on his tweets and Instagram posts and don't actually, support his shit. And if you're a movie studio trying to finance $200 million, this movie costs $190 million to make, and you're paying him 20 of it, and he can't even get you 100 mil opening weekend with all that social media presence, I think it's kind of bullshit. Just like Twitter's fake nonsense. It ain't real. It's all bots and bullshit. So yeah, that certain Man of Steel cameo at the end of the movie for 10 seconds. I think they just filmed that after Comic-Con because he got booed because nobody was hyped about this movie because everybody thinks DC's bullshit. And the track record shows you got one DC movie in the entire thing that made $1 billion, Aquaman. The Aquaman movie is the only DC movie that made $1 billion. Superman vs. Batman didn't do it. Justice League didn't do it. Man of Steel didn't do it. Wonder Woman didn't even do it. Everybody loves Wonder Woman. Gal Gadot's a dime piece. DC's done. It's over. And they filmed that to put it at the end, to put it in the marketing, to have Dwayne leak it out on late night talk shows to get people to go, and it still didn't work. Superman's not coming back. They're not doing another Henry Cavill Man of Steel sequel. This is all just a bunch of bullshit to try and get people hyped to go see this movie because The Rock wants to be the new head of DC comic films, and it ain't going to happen because this movie's not going to hit $500 million, which is what it needs to do to break even. Let's remove Fast and Furious 5, the movie where he was pretty much the antagonist because he was in it for most of the movie. The other movies, he's in the beginning and the end in cameo roles or whatnot. All of his movies have made either very little or no profit. Even Moana, which is like a Disney animated film with singing and crap, like underperformed. Jumanji did okay, the sequel not so much. Hobbs and Shaw freaking didn't make money. But what else did he do? The Rundown with Jason Williams, can't remember that movie. The Tooth Fairy, the freaking Doom movie. Remember the Doom? Oh, Jesus. Remember all the movies The Rock has done, and he's done so much promotion, so much hype, and he's been on the internet, and he's been doing world tours. If you actually look at those box office numbers compared to what the movie cost to make, The Rock barely makes profit on these movies most of the time. This is all hype. I can't believe he's made the money he has. Oh, hey, good for him. Proud of you, Rock. I'm not hating. I'm just saying, damn. Hollywood. If you're David Zaslav, you own Warner Brothers now. Are you really going to make a sequel to this movie, to Black Adam? You going to let Dwayne spend another $200 million? Because it's going to cost at least $200 million to do a sequel to this movie. Because if you're going to put Superman in it, all the special effects that was required to do him, you got to pay Henry Cavill. If Rock's making $20 million, you got to pay at least $15 to Henry or whatnot and shit. So you got to pay Superman, and then you got to have somebody to go up against them too, because they're not going to fight the entire movie. They're going to have to fight somebody like Trigon or something. That's another special effects, ridiculous kaiju bunch of bullshit. You can't just have them three. You gotta have other superheroes in the movie too. You gotta have Lois Lane. You gotta have somebody from Black Adam to smooch on or whatnot. It's gonna be a $250 million movie. You think Warner Brothers, who's been struggling to make profit recently, they had to sell the company twice in the last 10 years, is going to do a sequel to this and a Man of Steel sequel? This shit is over. I'm sorry, this shit's done, son.